Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back at you. Today is August 12th, 2022, and it looks like, based on the news conference that the Department of Justice put on yesterday, that we are going to find out just a little bit more about what transpired at Donald Trump's residence in Mar-a-Lago. It does appear that Merrick Garland did personally sign off and approve the raid that occurred that day, and it also appears that maybe later today we'll get a chance to look at the warrant and possibly a list of the data, information, paperwork, whatever they took from Trump's residence. We'll find out, we'll see, a little bit later this afternoon. Politics are truly a strange group, and I've got some additional thoughts. You know, based on what happened earlier this week in Mar-a-Lago, I expected that there would be a popularity bump with respect to Trump's potential 2024 presidential candidacy, and that looks like it's coming true, but there's a dark side to the numbers there. I'll be right back after the intro. So I found an article on Zero Hedge this morning, authored by Jack Phillips from the Epoch Times, and the title of the article is "Trump is Shattering All Fundraising Records After the FBI Mar-a-Lago Raid." And this was information that was given to the press by Eric Trump, and here's the quote. DonaldJTrump.com is shattering all fundraising records, and I'm told has raised more money in the past 24 hours than ever before in recent history. The American people are angry, so says his son Eric Trump on Truth Social, which is Trump's social media account, whatever it is. That, I think, is the initial knee-jerk reaction to what appears to be the very unfavorable and unpopular FBI raid at Trump's residence, which we still don't know that much about, even though we may get a little bit more information later today. We'll see what it does come together. There are issues that may be addressed in the warrant that we still may not know what the details were, where it came from, what specific data that they were actually looking for, and how did they know where to go look for it. Yeah, there's some talk about an insider whistleblower, insider in a Trump camp that became a kind of a whistleblower and went to officials at the DOJ or the FBI and said, hey, I know right where all this stuff is. He's got a safe, which nobody knew about, so go check on that. So there's still lots of rumors around that are not being vetted properly, I don't think, by our mainstream media. But I said earlier that there's a dark side to this, this kind of knee-jerk reaction to the fundraising that Trump has enjoyed over the last couple of days. The RCP poll average For the 2022, that's the midterm elections, the generic vote right now shows the Republicans at 44.3 and the Democrats at 44.2. Now, the RCP average is an average of, at least 8 different polls that are out there in the polling arena. Fox News, The Economist, Politico, Rasmussen, Insider Advantage, the Monmouth Poll, CBS News, Harvard Harris, USA Today, and Trafalgar Group, and Emerson. They're all polling different segments of the voting public. And what they're finding out is that an awful lot of these polls are showing that the Democrats do seem to have some momentum going for them here in 2022, which I kind of find surprising given everything that's going on. But when I look at the composition of who's supporting the Democrats, I guess deep down in my heart, I'm really not too awful surprised that there is such Democrat fervor going on as we head into the midterms. Less than 100 days out, I think somewhere around 90 days now, before we get to the November midterm elections. And all I can say to fellow patriots and conservatives and GOP supporters is we got to get out there and we got to vote. I think, well, I'll just leave that other comment to myself on that part. Liz Cheney, her primary is coming up, I think, this Tuesday. And right now she's down 30 points against her Republican opponent in the primary, which is absolutely astounding considering her hatred for Donald Trump. You know, hate is a powerful motivator, certainly when it comes to politics in this day and age. And I have seen so much vitriol and hate spewed against Trump himself, the Trump organization, the Trump businesses, his family, and anybody that supports him. I'm finding it very unsettling that we're in a situation right now where the political party in charge, which is the Democrats, has resorted to weaponizing the police, the FBI, the Department of Justice, to go after its political opponents. You see that in Colombia, you see that in Cuba, you see that in communist countries all across the globe, but you shouldn't see it here. And the fact that it did happen is very unsettling, and it speaks volumes about what the motivational drivers really are. As far as I can tell, Trump is all for making America great. He coined the phrase, he's coined the red hats, he's got MAGA as his theme currently and during his presidency. Making America great again is really what needs to be done. What has been happening over the last year and a half, 2 years, with the Biden administration being in power is that we've put America last. Seems like every decision that's being made, whether it's domestic or economic or on the world stage, seems to be compromising everything that we stand for as a free country, as a country that believes in freedom and liberty and the exercise of free speech. I am very, very concerned about how that kind of vitriol and that kind of hatred can get support from well over half of the voting public. It's very disturbing. So keep it in mind. Do your research. Make sure you understand the issues in your local election, in your state elections. Come this voting season in November, and if you live in Wyoming, get out and vote in the primary next Tuesday. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see you all on the next video.